Hello and welcome everyone to my channel. So this is Shark. If you are a regular for the channel, today we have a special edition for the Weekend Warriors Pro Football League out of Draft Day Sports Pro Football 2023. So this is the league that the Sim Nation College Football League fits. All the college players go into it, and we just had the draft. If you are new to the channel, welcome as well to you. As usual, if you click the like button and subscribe, you will have all the news about the Iowa State Cyclones out of the Sim Nation College Football League. And around the channel, there is as well a lot of information and some clinics about offensive performance and how to achieve the philosophy that you want to implement. So I prompt you, to have a look around, to explore the channel, and to click like in all the videos that you like. And if you have any further ideas or anything that you want more development into, just give me a shout, post a comment, or just send me a direct message on a Slack, for example, and we will have a conversation about what do you want it and how can I facilitate it to you. All right. So without any further ado, let's go and review the 2047 draft in the Weekend Warriors College Football League. No, sorry, Weekend Warriors Pro Football League. So used to the SNCFL. So as you see, we have in a screen the Arizona Cardinals. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to talk about the best pick and the worst pick for everything. And again, this is just my opinion, okay? So you can absolutely disagree on it, and we can have a discussion in the channel. That's not a problem. So Darren already did talk about Arizona and how odd the CPU draft was. So the best pick, hands down, is Nathaniel McDowell. Second round, pick number 9, and you have a starter in here. So 87 speed, 85 agility, 65 tackling, 64 hands, decently intelligent. The competitive fire is not there, 45, and he's not very um very much into his development, just 38 work ethic. On the bright side, he is a team player, so that's good. So he doesn't have any traits. So I think this is the best pick hands down. And if we have a look at the worst picks, I think they have to be Stephen Coburn and also Michael Watkins. At least Michael Watkins have 64 speed, which is this is borderline backup material. But Stephen Coburn, I mean, he's a straight cut. I mean, where are you going with 53 speed? I understand that 94 agility and that 83 hands are pretty well, but with those 53 speed, he can't even run over linebackers, not even defensive ends, and some defensive tackles in the league are even faster than him. So I think the round 7, pick number 9, I think this is straight cut. But let's see what the computer does. So we move on to Atlanta, another CPU team. And if we sort out by experience, and then we get the rookies, they have a very deep draft. A lot of players, including myself, traded up with them to get some higher picks in different rounds. And obviously, they accumulated more picks at the bottom of the draft and basically created a whole new line. Look at that, 3 centers, 2 tackles, 2 guards, and then 1 linebacker and 1 strong safety. So are they any good? So this is a run blocker, another run blocker, another run blocker, is a pass blocker, might be the what we got here? 73-84, so not great. 74-78, so maybe Brian Rodriguez is the best pick. Uh, linebacker is not bad actually. Yeah, linebacker is pretty decent. So Stephen Blanchett might be the best pick for the Atlanta Falcons in this cycle. He's got 77 speed, 65 agility, pretty decent intelligent, pretty short tackle, and he will be able to shed off blocks with the 75 strength. And this is just the start point because he needs to develop a lot more in the position, and he has a fantastic personality. 89 work ethic, 100 fire, 100 team player, 80 sportsmanship, 79 disposition, Any trades? No trades. But round two, pick 25 out of Western Kentucky, Stephen Blanchett. This can be the best pick in the 2047 draft. So, and I think the worst pick, so the strong safety display is low, which is not great. This is not bad, not bad, not bad. There's not bad either, but he's got great strength. So it might be actually the strong safety. Brent Anderson, 66 speed, 64 intelligence, 75 agility, pretty crap personality, not traits. So I think seventh round again, pick 25. I think this is the worst pick for the Atlanta Falcons in this draft. So if we come to the Baltimore Ravens, I think we have a manager in there now. Yeah, that's it. So let's see what the new manager did this season. So this is actually a pretty decent draft. Oh my lord, yeah, of course. Well, yeah, hands down, Harris, the best pick in the draft, arguably the I mean the best player out of this draft. So Wilmer Alvarez, he's got elite speed, elite hands, pretty decent agility, and this is just a starting point. All pro ready, so he can come from day one and contribute. Magnificent endurance, blocking skills might need to work a little bit on them, but everything else is just fine. So this is a baller. He's got a trait of deep threat, which means basically that when Wilmer Alvarez goes deep, the QB is gonna the QB is gonna look at him first and foremost, and gonna try to pull the ball right into the basket so he can make the big play. So excellent leadership, really, really involved with the team, very diplomatic, if you allow me the expression, with the rest of the teams. So yeah, Wilmer Alvarez, best pick for the Baltimore Ravens in this draft. And if we go through the rest of the draft, so this center is actually not bad. Corey Hinton is actually not terrible. Larkin, pretty good. Sorensen, pretty decent. Baxter, this might be the worst pick so far. Elliot Suffer, yes, better than Baxter. And Melquan Smith, the strong safety is pretty good as well. So yeah, Anthony Baxter, fourth round. Oh my lord, this is painful to see how you spend a fourth round, a 24th pick, no traits, and this is initially a bust. I mean, he can be, well, actually he can be a good speed rusher, defensive tackle in your speed packages. 62 speed, but not very strong. He's gonna be run over and over again by all of these centers and offensive guards in the running game. So it's a very specific role player, Mr. Baxter. But I think he is the worst pick in this draft. Elliot Safari is a little bit stronger. Yeah, I'm gonna choose Mr. Baxter. Right, so we got Buffalo. So this is another CPU team. And what we have in here, so Montanes is pretty good. This guy is pretty good. And the rest are not as good. So I think George Montanes, even though he's just 39 intelligence, um, this guy can tackle a car basically. So 94 tackling, that's fantastic. And he's gonna be right there every single down with 85 speed, 82 agility, and pretty decent strength to get through blocks. Magnificent personality. So definitely the first round pick, very well used by the AI in George Montanes. And let's see who is the worst pick. So Mike Moser is quite quick. Etheridge has got pretty good hands. Billy Craig's superb. Oh my lord, 100 hands and 100 agility. My lord, what a find in the fifth round. Look at this. God's sake. Wow, this is a pretty decent tight end, actually. This might be the steal of the draft for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I mean, it's not the fastest ever, but he's just 22, has got good work ethic, so he should grow. And if he can get the speed into the 70s, be careful with that target, especially down in the red zone with that 100 hands and 100 agility. My lord, what a pick for the fifth round. Thomas Christ, yeah, pretty solid. Short passing game, like pretty much all the QBs that came out of the SNCFL this year. So this is a trend. So it might be that we start needing faster and more pass-oriented linebackers with all of these short passing QBs that are coming out of the SNCFL. So and the free safety is pretty good, as well. So I don't think if I have to choose between them two, just because we said that we will be, so Tony Etheridge would be the second round pick, pick 12. I think this is gonna be. It's not bad at all. Don't get me wrong. So he's not very athletic, but he's very good run blocker. So you can definitely use this player into your running game. So really, Buffalo had a pretty good draft, and if we have to choose, maybe they did reach for Tony Etheridge in the second round. That was the only downside that I see out of this draft. So Carolina, I think we have a new GM as well. So welcome to the league. And if we go and have a look at the draft, what did we get? So in the first round, we did get Alexander Barreto, which is fast, intelligent, great hands, can tackle. So this is a decent pick. In the second round, we got the strong safety, 91 speed. Yeah, it's gonna be there every single time, 71. So pretty decent pick. In the third, fourth round, we got Sun King. Oh my lord, what a steal! So I think it's gonna be the best pick in the draft, just because you got the best value out of the third round pick. So he's got the trait of receiving tight end, which means that when he is on the field, the QB is gonna look at him first. So he should have more targets with that receiving tight end trait. So use that wisely. So he's almost he can be started with 72. I mean, it's not gonna be like 100% the productions that you can get out of him, but definitely you can get 85, 90% production that you will get anyway. So just start this guy in day one. So Sun King, 83 speed, 85 agility, 60 intelligence, 6'6 frame. I mean, this guy is a stud. Yeah, definitely the best pick in the draft out of UNLV. Great tight end. And then what we have in the late rounds, what do you get here? So Tyson DeVito, he is a burner. Bobo, he's a pretty decent backup center. Look, just what I needed. Just what I need in this draft. And Kevin Batiste. Oh my lord, this is the Maryland standout that we were talking so much during the draft. Look at him, he's pretty decent as well. So I don't think Carolina had any bad pick really. Maybe Alexander Barreto in the first round. I mean, elite speed, only 5.11, which might be a little bit of a problem, and you don't really know if he's a well, he says zone corner, and with this agility, he definitely will be burned by more of the quickest wide receivers. But if you play this guy like in cover three, for example, he will be a stud. Cover three, cover four is his best uh, scheme, and his personality is terrific. So you can definitely work in that agility to get him better. But if I have to choose the worst one, Alexander Barreto will be the worst one, but it's pretty good anyway. Okay, so we come Chicago. I don't think we have anyone in Chicago, don't we? Where are you, Chicago? No, we don't have anyone in Chicago, so we're gonna go faster here. So first round pick, Eugene Tejada, well, this is a stat. Second round pick, what is the second round pick? No, second round pick. So third round pick then, Demetrius Bryan, pretty decent. Then we have Frankie Nettles. This might be the worst one. Just a run blocker there, pretty good one actually. The guard, this is a starter. Donald Cohn, look at this pick. Sixth round pick, and he got a starter here. I mean, he's not the strongest ever, but he's a tenacious blocker, so this is gonna be a blocking bonus, and that's exactly what you want. So this is might be the steal of the draft for the Chicago Bears, Donald Cohn. Obviously, don't sleep into this magnificent cornerback taken in the first round. And if we have to choose the worst one, so this fullback is a very good it's like receiving fullback. Scott Garza may be the one that, yeah, the Had is good. Demetrius Bryan is good. And the strong safety, well, we're going to take the strong safety again with 50 speed. I mean, where are you going with this? Are you a defensive tackle or what? So, yeah, Casey Spillman, fourth round, especially picking in there. I think this is the bluff of the draft for the Bears. So if we continue, let's go to the Cincinnati Bengals. The recently AI we miss the owner. I hope he is well in real life. He was one of the best owners that we have in the league. Very competitive there in the AFC North, but he disappeared. So I hope everything is good with him. So the best pick is gonna have to be Fred Barnes, isn't it? He's like Josh Allen, you know. If you think in Josh Allen with his frame 6.3, I mean Josh Allen is taller, I know that. Massive work ethic, massive competitiveness, a cannon of an arm, very intelligent, not very accurate. So I think this is the WWPF version of Josh Allen, isn't it? Because with his speed and his agility, he can burn defenses as well. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that Fred Barnes is the Josh Allen in real life. And then if we get the worst pick, which one is it gonna be? Randall Patterson is pretty decent. Eugene Molina, 75 speed is gonna be so far. Major, yeah, good. Murray, good. Micah Klein, pretty decent. Micah Klein. This was on my list for the sixth round, and then he took it first. So yeah, it's decent. I think if we have to choose one, it's gonna be Eugene Molina. Just 75 speed, 66 agility, not very intelligent. Picked in the fourth round, so not traits. Magnificent personality though. But I think if I have to choose a bad pick in this draft, it's gonna be Mr. Molina. All right, and then we move into the Cleveland Browns. So the Cleveland Browns, they have a manager. So I don't know if it's a new one or I don't have the list of the owners. That's all right. So Eric Stock, oh my lord, this is my Georgia guy out of the SNCFL. So he's got a cannon of a leg. He's not very accurate, but he did have an excellent career with me. So congratulations for being selected in the sixth round, Mr. Stock. So, and then we go in what we were gonna do. So Artis Solis is decent. Leslie is pretty decent as well. McDowell, just 76 speed, 58. So we're gonna choose this one so far, even though the elite hands. Uh, Titan is pretty decent as well. Not very athletic, and intelligence not very good. I think, I mean, Jonathan Derrick. If I have to choose, maybe the worst pick in the draft for when he was taken, I would have taken Derrick a little bit. Further down maybe. So, but he's got the receiving tight end trait, and he's got 92 hands. He's a actually pretty good blocker. So yeah, this is a little bit of a reach maybe. This is a bottom first tight end. So maybe it was better players in there, but I think if we have to choose the worst one is this one. And then the best pick is it's got to be Dead Leslie, isn't it? Yeah. This is an excellent zone cornerback picked in the third round pick as a third round pick. He's got a trait of shoot down. I think I targeted this guy out of Maryland for the third round, but obviously Cleveland took him first. So for me, this is the best pick in this draft for the value and for the money that he's gonna pay him. Yeah, it got to be David Leslie, elite, like wide receiver kind hands, very intelligent. This guy is gonna solidify your. If you play Son, man, this is gonna be a star in this league, definitely. All right, we move into Dallas. So Dallas hasn't got many picks actually. He just picked four guys. So let's see. So first round pick, William Zabala, just 66 speed, 53. This is not a very good pick. So I think this is the worst pick in the draft for where he was taken the first round. So I think it was a problem during the draft process. We couldn't send the list or something happened in there. But yeah, out of Virginia, he's not very good. It definitely was a lot better players in that position to pick. The defensive tackle is a stud in the middle of the line. It's just very strong. The defensive end 65-73, decent first step. This decent, and McFadden is decent as well. So we have to choose the first one, isn't it? The best one, sorry. So I think it's gonna be Keith Kobe. It's gonna, I mean, 6.2, 302 pounds, 95 strength, fairly intelligent, ready to be a star. I think this is the best pick for the Dallas Cowboys. Keith Kobe. All right, we move into Denver. So the AFC West is almost filled in, isn't it? Yeah, well, just misses Kansas City in there. Oh, let's close this. So a lot of picks for the Denver Broncos, and let's see what they do. So Joseph Clark, the first round pick 20. I think this is a very good developmental prospect for a quarterback. Well, not developmental, because he has all the position skill. He can play at his full potential on day one. But you might want a little bit more arm, a little bit more accuracy before sending him into the WWPF. However, because he is a dual threat, he can be kind of like Lamar Jackson for you. If you set up run option packages for him, hands a little bit low. You want to develop this a little bit more, unless you want him to start having fumbles. While he's running with the ball, so yeah, I think in 2-3 years, Joseph Clark will be one of the best quarterbacks in the AFC. It's not quite there yet, so pretty decent pick. And in the 20th pick, isn't it? So yeah, I think Joseph Clay is a very, very good pick. So maybe the best pick. So Trey Mix, very good pass blocker. Robert James, really technical offensive tackle, so very good. Willie Owen, this guy can bench press a lorry if he wanted to. 98 strength, my lord, that's good, man. Kevin Andrews, this might be. Or Trinidad, Taylor Trinidad out of Auburn. Oh, I played against this guy in the NCFL and I had to game plan against him. He was very good, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he was very good out of Auburn, right? Yeah, he is. So, yeah, he did drop quite a bit. He was a lot better in the SNCFL, for sure. And then what did you get him in the seventh round? So I mean, this is not bad. This is a practice squad like borderline 53 man roster, isn't it? Out of the seventh round, which is exactly what you want out of there. So I might pick actually this defensive tackle as the worst pick in the draft. Yeah, maybe Ralph or Jimmy Bennett. Just 70 CS speed. That's not good. You want defensive tackles to be a lot stronger than that. So maybe because Ralph is more like a speed kind of defensive tackle for speed packages. Yeah, I think Jim Bennett is the worst pick in this draft for the Denver Broncos. Okay, we come to Detroit. Darren was saying that Pops had an excellent draft, and I can see why he's saying that. So Thomas Stewart, pretty decent. In the second round pick, Jose Scale is probably one of the most athletic players in the league. So Umberto Stigall, pretty good find in the late rounds. Tucker Hunter, a very good find, speed defensive in the late rounds. Mark Holmes, this might be, I mean, if we have to choose one, that's gonna be Gary Santos, the worst one, isn't it? Yeah, so in the seventh round, I mean, he's almost Mr. Irrelevant, and he definitely won't make the team. He might go to the practice squad. So just 62 speed, 69 strength, pretty intelligent though. But his endurance, he's just speed. I mean, he's a pass rush specialist with a bull rush with just 69 strength. Which sometimes this is funny. Sometimes these things are a little bit like, all right, then it's like the gunslinger with like 48 arm or something like that. That's all sometimes. The strong safety is pretty good. Actually, this is a starter in the third round. So I think this is the best pick in the draft. Nicholas Wolf out of Minnesota is a center field. He's got pretty decent speed, pretty good agility, very intelligent, superb hands for a defensive back, every down player. He might need to develop a little bit more before jumping here into like throwing him into the fire. But Nicholas Wolf is pretty good, so maybe that might be the best pick for him. So Green Bay, we come to Green Bay. Mark McManus very good. Johnny Watson speed is very good. Harold Martin is a road blocker. Glenn Stein. Has superb hands and it's a late round, so that's pretty decent. Brandon Perry, pretty fast late round find as well, so that's good. Oscar Edgar is actually might be the best pick for the Green Bay Packers, you see, because of where he was taken. It looks like a starter to me, and he was taken in the sixth round pick. So it's a coverage linebacker. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the best pick, for value. So Oscar Edgar, well done for the Packers. And if we have to choose like a bad pick, I mean, it's just quite difficult. Maybe Harold Martin, for where he was. He was taken in the second round. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the worst pick. He's pretty good at run blocking, but he's a tenacious blocker, which is gonna give him like even more run blocking potential. But his endurance and his pass block, so this guy is a one-trick pony really, and he was taken in the second round, so you might want a little bit more out of the second rounds. So that's gonna be the one. If we come to Houston, I think we have a new owner in Houston as well, don't we? Yeah, we do have a new owner in Houston, so welcome to the league, to you too. And let's go and review your first draft with us. Let's see how you did. So Elmer Washington, 72 speed only. Oh, that might be. And in the second round at the top, well, this so far is going to be your worst pick for where he was taken. It's too slow. Geraldo Colby is pretty fast. James Starnes is pretty fast as well. Run blocking is not exactly where you want to be. It's a late round pick anyway. Greg McKinney, I was after this guard as well at some point in the draft. Run block is pretty good, and his strength is pretty decent as well, so it's a good pick. Paul Walker is a very good offensive tackle taken in the fourth round. Yeah, this is a rotational kind of player, athletic blocker, which you always want this in your offensive line. He's gonna play a lot better than his rating says. I prompt you to give him a chance at some point during the season. He will surprise you. Joseph Markins is decent wide receiver. Leo Humes, he was one of my friends in Georgia. One of the players, he did change a lot. He wasn't like that at all in the SNCFL. So he's a zone corner, workout fanatic, pretty good. 74 speed, 91 agility, 58 intelligence, hands, endurance is not quite good. So, but yeah, this is a very good find in the sixth round. It's a zone corner. Elmer Washington, yeah, I think this is gonna be your worst pick, as we said before, and your best pick it might be for where he was taken. Who shall we choose? So I think Paul Walker is your best pick. Out of the fourth round, yeah, definitely. Who was your favorite? Yeah, Elmer Washington the worst, and Paul Walker the best. That's just my opinion. Don't get angry at me, please. That defensive tackle is very good. That's a good run blocker. And Jack Sneed, he was in my list as well. He is a run focused defensive end as well. So we come to Indianapolis. Don't know if we have do we have a owner in Indianapolis? Yes, we do have. Now. All right, so let's see Indianapolis. So we have James Duran, pretty good pick, pretty balanced offensive tackle in the late rounds. Paul Smith, another late round find, very good at pass blocking, so a good pick. Timothy Reddy, this might be your worst pick because of his speed, but his agility is good and the hands are superb, so we are gonna leave it in question at the moment. Labe is pretty good, so this was the top five pick, isn't it? And I do agree. I think this is the best pick for the Indianapolis Colts in this cycle. So Lab is very good, very fast. He can tackle anything. Pretty intelligent. Hands need to work a little bit, and the strength should be decent to play in the outside. So Eric Labe should be good. Should be pretty good actually. Charles Browning, he is an excellent coverage free safety as well, so a good pick. So yeah, I think the best is Eric Labo and the worst is Timothy Reddy with just 81 agility. Okay, we come to Jacksonville, a new owner to the league as well. So welcome. I hope you learn a lot with us and you have a lot of fun. So let's review the draft. So Ronald McCulloch, yeah, I think hands down this is Comes to the league a lot better than I expected, to be honest. And I'm pretty happy that he doesn't look as bad as Fear. So I think Ronald McCulloch is a nice developmental project for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What other QBs do you have? You have a Robert L. Yeah, well, Villaseñor, I mean, he's your QB1 and, and he's gonna be your QB1 for a long time. So McCullough should be okay holding the clipboard for this guy and jumping in whenever there is a blowout situation or whenever there is an injury. But yeah, Villaseñor should be your guy. Okay, so John Kong, this might be your worst pick. Just 82 speed, 65 agility. I mean, he's a downhill runner. Actually, Thomas Rodriguez, he's a lot less agile and does nothing in this guy, really. Naquim is a very, very good pick, very technical. Another late route, fine. Home Williams, really athletic, so this might be actually your best pick. So, first round pick 28, out of Nevada, pretty decent, straight line speed, excellent agility, intelligence can work a little bit though, and hands are good enough. Endurance, so I think this is a very good slot cornerback. One of the best slot cornerbacks that you can find. Strong as well to go into the middle. So yeah, Home Williams in the first round pick late. I think this is your best pick, man. Well done, good find. Um, and yeah, Thomas Rodriguez. I think this is not good. I think this is a practice squad, like kind of fourth running back in the WWPF. Uh, Tyce Griffin, pretty decent. And Virgil Harris, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Maybe you could have done better in the second though. But yeah, this is a decent pick. It's not that bad as it looks like. My starters are very similar to this one. They suck, but they are my starters anyway. Okay, so we move to Kansas City now. Um, this is a CPU team at the moment. Are we still recording? Because it did say half an hour. This is way over half an hour. Sorry, guys. This video is taking a little bit long. I think it's worth. Feel free to skip through the teams that you don't want to hear about. So Robert Otis, very strong. So not a bad draft. Dean Gary, pretty fast. Not much else. Dominic Haynes, pretty fast, pretty agile. So this is a good pick. Actually, might be the best pick for the Kansas City Chiefs. David Williams, pretty good as well. I was targeting this cornerback as well. It looks good. Hilario Carbon, nobody fast. And David Sweet. Yeah, Victor Fallon is quite good. David Sweet is pretty slow, so this might be the worst pick for the Kansas City Chiefs because of his speed, the speed of just 60. You're not gonna get any running backs in this league, man. The running back in this league are jacked up in speed. They are all 85 plus. They are really, really good. You won't even be able to run with tight ends. So yeah. Okay, so Los Angeles Rams. Let's do one thing just to make it shorter. We're not gonna go through the we're not going to go through the AI teams anymore. So Miami, they do have a human manager, one of the longest and the best in the league. So let's see what you did. So the Miami Dolphins selected in the first round Mr. Duo, which is an excellent guard. A really, really good pick. Really good pick. It's gonna be like paving the ground for your running backs. My lord, tenacious blocker like this is a hell of a pick, man. Yeah, I think this is your best pick in the first round, of course. So and then your worst pick, easy to find, just 58, Mr. Rafferty, seventh round, pick 11. This is straight cut out of the draft. I don't think you're gonna be able to do anything with this guy, really. So just 58 speed, and as we said before, we need a lot faster running backs in this league. So Minnesota, we do have a manager in Minnesota, don't we? Yeah, we do. Let's go through. So let's see what the Minnesota Vikings did. So George Enos, very good, very, very fast, quite agile, very strong. It's a pretty solid pick. John Straw, not very fast, but very agile, not very strong either. So this is the worst pick consideration. Alex Staff, this is a, oh my lord. This guy is good. Second round, Alex Taft. His cutback, 97 speed, 84 agility. Good luck to catching this guy in open field, you know. Decent hands, nothing out of the ordinary, but decent at least, and not very strong. So you want tough to be in the outside all day long. James Wilson is pretty fast as well. That's a one-trick pony though. So Tony Frick, yeah, this might be the worst pick. Yeah, it might be the worst pick. I mean, there's not much you can do with Johnny Frick. He's a borderline backup of the backup offensive guard. He's an athletic blocker, which I mean, I can see why you pick him late in the seventh to see if you can get something out of this magnificent personality, I guess. But yeah, I think that's the worst pick. Leggett was after him as well. He's pretty decent. Straight line. Tight end and John Patton, 93 strength, is a really good, really good defensive tackle in regards of the strength. Occupy space, 6.3, 308 pounds in the third round. So yeah, pretty good draft for the Vikings. So New England Patriots, this is my own team, so I'm not gonna be objective at all. I'm pretty happy with everyone and where we got them. Maybe the best pick is gonna be Eric Herrera for the value, 18th pick. Elite athleticism, hands will need to work on, and endurance is gonna need to work on as well. And he's a deep threat, which is exactly what we wanted. We wanted a player to stretch the defense, and we got exactly that out of Eric Herrera. And also we got Darren Hill, 75 speed, 91 agility, 89 hands, almost ready to play. So we wanted someone in the middle to play with Herrera. So the plan is Herrera to go deep, Hill to go short, and then cause mayhem in the defenses. So Sean Cunningham, this is a very good pick as well. I mean, I know I'm not objective at all, but what are you gonna say? So speed 92, really fast. We really need really fast QB linebacker. Sorry, to catch up with Peter and with my friend DP and Mr. Darren himself as well. They have a lot of running backs, so you want the speed at the linebacker position. And then we needed to address the speed from the line and the pressure from the defensive line, and we did just that with Larry Wallace, 79 speed, 77 strength, and we took a flyer late with Vernon Brown, which is a speed rusher, and his 77 speed. I mean, I'm gonna give him a couple of chances, see how he does. But he's a seventh round pick, so I'm not expecting miracles here. So the New Orleans Saints, do they have an owner? New Orleans doesn't have an owner. New York does have an owner, so let's have a look. Let's see how the Giants did. This guy is being pretty nice to speak and to teach since he arrived to the league. So welcome. So Jimmy Millingham, I mean, this intelligence, I no agree with Darren here. I think intelligence is critical for to avoid interceptions in QBs. So it will be interesting to see how Jimmy Milligan does. So he's got the arm, he's got accuracy, but his intelligence is awful. Sorry guys if you hear a noise in the background from a driller. It's just my neighbor doing like a refurbishment in the property during how long he's taking to do that. So apologies for that. So Eric Whitaker, he's not very strong, but he's very technical. Charles Ramsey, oh my lord, he's pretty good, isn't he? Yeah, he's really good. This might be your best pick in the draft, you know. He's gonna be able to basically nullify any kind of defensive interior pressure that might come. Tenacious blocker as well. I mean, this is hands down your best pick. Endurance needs to be worked on though. That is very good. Very good pick for Charles Ramsey. Okay. And then we have Mark Gabriel, which is not bad. And Dennis Blair, which is pretty good. This is first overall pick. I don't think there's anything to say about this guy. This is just fantastic. So really good pick, man. And Scott Vu, 90 strength, is a pretty solid pick as well. And Paul Small, pretty decent backup safety. So I think this is a very good draft from New York. Okay, and my archie demon rival, everything that you can say, Mr. Terrell Bryan. So yeah, Chester went, and here we go, Terry Bryant. So yeah, fantastic pick, man. What can I say? Ay, another 10 years of suffering. The offensive power of the New York Jets. Oakland, Mr. Peter, what can we say? Best GM in the league, hands down. He has 3 picks and he nails all of them. So Brian Morrell is an excellent wide receiver in the third round. He is starter potential. Hands are a little bit weak, but and endurance is a little bit weak. But this is what you call a slot wide receiver, and he is amazing. He's pretty good. So what can we say? James Mayer, excellent pass blocker, pretty good run blocker too. So tenacious blocker, yeah, another fantastic pick by Peter and Richard Rafferty. This is a starter in the late of the second, so really good draft for Peter again, once again. So Philadelphia, they do have an owner. We have a lot of owners. That's very good to see. So Osvaldo McKee, this is an excellent short pass quarterback, as we said, coming out of the Sim Nation College Football League, as we control and dominate the RPO pass in there, and we continue growing our playbooks based on them. So Isaiah Robinson, another player out of Georgia. Athleticism is not there, but he is strong. Um, Not massively strong, but I mean, it's a 6th round pick, workout fanatic, so pretty good. Very technical as well, so very good pick. Trudeau is pretty similar, a pass blocker. Raul Costello, yeah, I think this might be the worst pick because of, yeah, it's not athletic at all. 5th round pick. The quality of the tight ends wasn't good, and you can see that in here. John Haley is a stud in the middle of the line, 100 strength, 2nd round pick out of Louisiana Lafayette. He's a workout fanatic, so he is just getting started in the league, just 21 years old. He might be one of the best defensive tackles in the league one day. So excellent pick, man. Well done. So Damian Booth, very strong as well. Very nice compliment to John Haley. Glenn Riley is, yeah, you definitely could get someone better. He's a speed rusher with 66 speed. So I don't know how that correlates, but that's okay. I mean, this is a pretty decent development project, if that's what you're looking at. And Leslie Hager, this is a very good pick as well. So very good speed. You might want to move him into a cornerback and play him in the slot, maybe. Yeah, because with this tackling, I mean, it's gonna be to be developed a lot. All right, very good pick for the very good draft for the Philadelphia Eagles. Anyway, Pittsburgh. Our friend Darren. Oh my lord. So Craig Glaze. I mean, Darren loves arms in the quarterbacks, and you can see here his tendencies. So he's a fan favorite out of the gate. So that's very good. His arm is 92, excellent arm. I got my own theory about intelligence, so it will be curious to see how Glaze does under the tutelage of Darren. He's a project for him though. Late round pick. Michael Lucky, really good pick. Late in the first, really good speed, very decent agility, pretty good work ethic. It's excellent pick. Max Swain, look at this, 85 and 85. Very technical. He will develop his strength and his endurance under Darren. Nick Bowden, this is one of the best picks in the 3rd round. This is probably one of the best tight ends in the league, even though he can't block. Well, so we will see how you use him. He is as good as a wide receiver as a tight end, so you can play him in a multiple packages. So and he's a natural talent, so he should develop a lot. So this is a very very good pick. David DeMarco, very fast. Larry Doherty, very good linebacker, excellent pick. Michael Perry, 87 speed. That is really good speed for a defensive end. I love it's gonna be running around the tackles all day long. And he's a bull rusher, so he will have a little bit more strength that he's showing in there. So again, another excellent draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then we have San Diego that they do have a human manager. So Alexander Card, another, yes, you guessed it correctly, another short passing specialist from the SNCFL out of Tulane. 85 intelligence, 82 accuracy. He will have to work on his arm, but he is very serviceable. David Meeham, he's got the physical traits in there. So as soon as he develops his technique and his endurance, it should be very good. Buckingham, just 69 speed. I just don't like the tight ends that are this slow, man. I mean, they can have like 3, 4 yard gains, but that doesn't take you anywhere in this league. So this might be your worst pick. Might be. So Christian Heaton is very good. Michael Payne, a lot faster than Buckingham. I like him better. Heaton 74 speed only, but he has agility and intelligence and the hands to compensate that. So another excellent zone cornerback. He should get a lot of interceptions in short routes. So it might be your slot cornerback or your dime cornerback. So Gordon King, 80 speed, late round, excellent find. The defensive tackle, Roy Leggett. I normally like stronger defensive tackles, like at least 80 plus. So yeah, don't like Leggett. I like anything else that you've done in this draft. Well done. San Francisco, we do have a manager in there. That's the only one in the AFC West. We have to direct managers to that area so he doesn't play alone and win the division week in, week out. Sorry, season in, season out. So Cody McKee, another, no, this actually is more like a arm kind of quarterback. So in the second round, Luis Belanger, 65 speed. What is this? In the seventh round, well, thank God. Yeah, I don't like this pick at all. Belanger, no good. So Ronnie Redman, excellent pass blocker. Don Stinnett, pretty decent backup guard. Rick Folsey, very agile. Speed is decent. Hands are decent. So he's a very good slot wide receiver. And Paul McCartney, the beater himself, he will be able to stretch the field for the 49ers while playing the guitar. So 88 speed, 89 hands, 61 intelligent, and 6.4 frame. This is a very decent wide receiver. Very good find at the bottom of the first. And then Floyd Parent, 81, 82. Well, this is just a starting kicker out of the draft, which is good. All right, decent, not great, but decent draft for the 49ers. Seattle, we did say that we don't have any managers in there. Do we have anyone in Tampa? We don't have anyone in Tampa either. Tennessee, do we have anyone for the Titans? No, we don't. And for the Washington Redskins, we do have a manager now. Yes, we do. So welcome to the league, to you too. And with this team, we finish. It just took us like over 45 minutes. Sorry for this, guys. So Ricky Mullins, yeah, pretty decent. This is in the mold of McCulloch, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, just in the sixth pick. I mean, were better QBs than this. We did see that. So it's a very nice developmental project for the Washington Redskins. He might take the reins at one point, and if not, well, you win or you learn, right? We just see that in the Super Bowl. So Jason Ziegler, he is very technical, not very strong, but he can grow. Martin Jackson, another Georgia player. Excellent. I'm so happy to see my guys get drafted in the WWPF. So he's a possession wide receiver. He did excellent with us. 291 receptions, 3,536 yards, and 19 touchdowns. So I was very happy with Martin. He was my leading wide receiver in there, and he didn't translate bad to the WWPF though. So yeah, pretty decent fourth, fifth wide receiver. So Brian Bennett, another excellent cornerback, another excellent zone cornerback, sorry, and Abel Whitney, pretty decent backup cornerback. George Heck, it's a decent find at the bottom. I mean, 74, you can work on that. Jimmy Tucker, 75, again, you can work on that. Maybe George Heck might be the worst pick, but I mean, it's Mr. Irrelevant, so I didn't expect anything like flashy out of it. And then Walter Rigby, yeah, as I said before, I like stronger defensive tackles. So David O'Leary just 72 speed and Lloyd Hodgson 61 speed. I don't like very much the draft of the Redskins. I mean, there are some like backup pieces that you can work with, and some developmental picks that you can work with. But yeah, definitely next time, feel free to reach out to us, and then we can we can try to point you in how to identify those draft targets and how to maybe have a better idea of what you can get out of them. Okay, so don't get discouraged. You win or you learn. All right, so this is all. I hope, guys, you enjoy this draft special for the WWPF. If you have any comments, just please feel free to leave them in the video or just to comment and discuss in the WWPF channel. All right, thank you very much for taking your time in watching this video. Bye.